Coronation Street's Eileen Grimshaw has finally uncovered the devastating truth about her half-sister, Julie Carp. Julie made a sudden and unexpected return to the cobbles late last month, leaving Eileen and her son, Todd Grimshaw, puzzled by her arrival. Their suspicions only grew as Julie appeared to be hiding something important. Viewers have been aware for some time that Julie is facing a terminal cancer diagnosis. She had previously confided in Todd and funeral director George Shuttleworth after they confronted her about the medication she had been taking. However, she swore them both to secrecy, forbidding them from informing Eileen about her condition. In an emotional turning point during tonight's episode, Eileen finally learned the heartbreaking reality, leading to a deeply moving conversation between the two sisters. The episode opened with Julie assisting George and Todd as they prepared for an upcoming funeral. The discussion between the trio centered on the arrangements, but it also prompted Julie to reflect on her own mortality. As the conversation unfolded, George gently suggested that Julie consider making plans for her own farewell. He encouraged her to visit the funeral parlor later that day, assuring her that they could discuss her options whenever she felt ready. Meanwhile, Eileen became increasingly concerned that Julie was actively avoiding her. She couldn't shake the feeling that her sister was keeping something significant from her. A fear that George subtly reinforced by advising Julie to come clean. Later in the day, Julie arrived at the undertaker's, carrying a suitcase. She confided in George, revealing her intention to leave, as she feared that her carefully laid plans were beginning to unravel. Before Julie could make her escape, Eileen suddenly walked into the funeral parlor and demanded an explanation after sensing her sister's unusual behavior. Spotting her chance, George attempted to deflect Eileen's suspicions by claiming he and Julie were planning a surprise for her. However, Eileen was unconvinced and quickly saw through his flimsy excuse. At that moment, Julie finally broke down, with tears in her eyes. She confessed, "I'm a bit unwell. Well, more than a bit. I'm dying. I'm sorry." Later, at Eileen's house, Julie opened up further, explaining her diagnosis in full. Fans can catch these gripping developments on Home and Away on Monday, March 17, exclusively on Channel 5. Despite the sadness, Julie remained determined to make the most of her remaining time. Eileen, fighting back tears, vowed to stand by her sister every step of the way. As the episode came to a close, Todd and George offered their apologies to Eileen for keeping Julie's diagnosis a secret. Finding comfort in their support, Eileen prepared herself for the difficult journey ahead.
Quý vị và các bạn vừa xem xong một sản phẩm của Streetspoilers. Hẹn gặp quý vị và các bạn ở các tập tiếp theo.
For watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.